Hey guys, it's Shauna the Tax Goddess. You know what? I just couldn't resist. I had to film one more video today. Today's second video is specifically about the EIDL loans. Now, I know we've covered these multiple times, but I want to cover this one because we're heading into tax season, and I've been asked this question about 4 times in the past week. Can I use my EIDL loan to pay my taxes? Okay, so I need to walk you through a little bit of background here, right? In order to qualify for an EIDL loan, you had to have a business. All right. Now, businesses come in lots of different formats. They could be an LLC, they could be an Inc., they could be an S-Corp, they could be a partnership, right? They could be lots and lots of different formats. But the only one, you really only have 2 choices with any of the business formats, the basic business formats. Either the business is a C corporation and it pays its own tax, okay? Or you as an individual, that you own a business, the business income flows through to you and you personally pay the tax, okay? Now, the reason why I bring this up is because for most of the people that we deal with, they are S corporations or they are partnerships, and it's the S Corp or the partnership that actually received the EIDL loan. Now, the EIDL loan, if you read the actual contract with the SBA that you signed for the EIDL loan, the EIDL loan says that it can only be used for ordinary and necessary expenses of the business. If it's an S Corp or a partnership, your personal taxes are not a business expense, okay? And the agreement with the SBA says that you cannot take a distribution from the business to your personal account of EIDL funds. So you also can't move the money, EIDL money, from the business account to your personal account to be able to pay the taxes, all right? Both of those things are not allowed in the contracts that everyone signed for the EIDL loan with the SBA. Now, there's a little bit of a gray area here, okay, because in the standard operating procedures, the SOP for the SBA, which is a completely different, it's more like a FAQ, like a FAQ, Q&A type thing. The SBA did kind of go into a gray area and said, well, you can take a distribution if it's ordinary, if it's necessary, you know, if this is part of normal business. But really, would I want to get on the bad side of the SBA and do the wrong thing? I mean, the contract that you signed with the SBA for your EIDL loan specifically says no distributions. And no, you cannot pay your personal taxes, right? You cannot do this. It's not an ordinary and necessary business expense for the company. Now, how do you get around that? Okay, the EIDL loans, and of course, all legal and all above board as far as getting around things, right? I mean, you guys know me. But how do you get around that? You know, at this point, we've got taxes coming up due in April. If your business wasn't a loss and you didn't get that awesome NOL for 2020, you might owe some taxes. So what are you going to do? The best way to do it is use the EIDL funds for its purpose, which is ordinary and necessary expenses for the business itself, okay? Pay your rent, buy your supplies, pay your employees, do whatever you need to do with that money that is ordinary and necessary in the business. As far as your personal taxes, you can still take a distribution from your ordinary revenue that's coming into your business, okay? So let's say you own a donut shop. The EIDL funds can help you buy the flour and the sugar and whatever, the cutting boards, okay? But your regular revenue, the money that you sell from selling donuts, that money you can take as a distribution and you can use to pay your taxes. So one of the most important things here, in my perception, is to ensure that your bookkeeping team is properly tracking and allocating those dollars, okay? So the EIDL money should be spent specifically on ordinary and necessary expenses from the company, and any revenue you bring in, you can do anything you want to with that revenue, all right? So guys, the EIDL, I think we're gonna start to see this more and more, probably maybe next year, 2022, at this point, as far as court cases, people doing the wrong thing with the EIDL funds. So I'm sure we're gonna get some more case law on this, but at this moment, try and keep everything as clean as possible. It'll keep you out of trouble. And yeah, so as usual, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to reach out to us, taxgoddess.com. And yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more questions. So I'll keep filming videos as new things come up and as questions continue to arise. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.